Hi, this is KY Chia here at your service. Today is reminiscence of a story of the time when I was a Boys Brigade. And this story is dedicated to my band major, the leader of my band, Ronald Kwan Siu Po. Yeah, many of you may know him. All right. Our Boys Brigade was formed in the year 1958 in Thailand. Intan. Okay, all right. Yeah, it was a good start. Initiated by Charles Goss from the United States. He was our chaplain, but he became our lieutenant. The officers during that time, B. Nadaraja, Mr. Ong Tit Ho, Lee Ma Tai, and David Paul. And we had a man from the army. I remember him as Mr. Lam, he teaches drill, marching, okay. All right, so we had a band, small band. And the drum set, the instruments were donated by a state assemblyman, Wu Sik Hong. Yeah, you may have heard of him. Yeah, a state assemblyman, a very generous man. All right, I'll tell you more stories maybe in a different, on a different day. So today is about the Ronald Kwan Siu Po. Okay, all right. So we had a band, flutists, about 4 flutists, 4 buglers, and the drummers, side drummers, and main bass drummer, and the band major, of course. All in all, I think there were how many of them? Of course, there were some reserves also. We had about a dozen of us. So we had to prepare for our sports day. So it was our debut of first time we were really marching. So we had to be at our best. So we train, especially band major he had to do many things, swing here, swing there, rolling here, rolling there, tossing the tossing the, what do you call this, the mace, so many things we had to practice. Okay, so we practice on weekends. I think all in about 2 months we practice. And when the big day came, all right, we were dressed in our finery, polished shoes, belts, uniforms, looking very smart. And so we were waiting at the wings, for the announcement, by this supervisor or MC or on sports day at the Padang. So once our name was announced, so we came out. Yeah, we came out all very stylishly, So the drums began to roll, and we marched out. So proud of ourselves. So we had bugles, we flutes, and we all, one after the other, the songs came. Bugles, we have our bugles, bugle songs, and flute songs, forgot the names, but anyway. So as we march along, there was the drums were beating, and the bugles would sound. We would sound the bugles. I think I remember one song was Alpha something, tang 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 tang, something like that, and then the flute will come. So it's very nice. Everybody clap, clap, the thunderous clap as we march along. We had to march around the whole field. So we started from one corner. By the time we reached more than half the field, there would be the grandstand. We have to, a guest of honor would be seated there in a shade, specially prepared for the VIPs, visitors, teachers, headmasters, especially the guest of honor, and our chaplain, Charles Goss and Tiong Tit Ho, they were all there, waiting for us, standing, right, and looking at us with great expectation. Okay, so as we march, as we near the stand, then the drums began to roll. Once normally in any band, once the drums roll, that means you expect something spectacular going to happen. All right. So actually, Ronald Kwan was supposed to go to the, no, as soon as we reached the, the grandstand, he was, he had to toss his mace and catch it when it falls, that kind of thing. Okay. So we had already practiced. It was great, We toss it, it went somersault, twice. And he has to catch with his hand, before it falls at a different place. Okay, so we were all prepared for that. We were waiting for that also. So as we were nearing the stand, he was getting prepared. So when he started swinging his arms, Ronald started swinging his arms and looking at us and asked if we were ready. Yes, when you are, of course we were ready. Okay. So as soon as he, then the signal was given and we were supposed to, all, look towards the stand, towards the grandstand, give them a Canadian salute, but we just have to turn our faces to the right and look at the grandstand and look at you, I pay respect. And so the drums began to roll, and then all of a sudden it stopped, and then Ronald Kwan started his thing. He tossed, we were still marching, he tossed the mace up into the air, and we were all looking up. With great expectation that he will catch it when it fell, when it falls to the ground. But horror of horrors, when I look at it, the mace got the entangled, the mace hit an overhead wire where there were bulbs, colored bulbs. We didn't know, we did not plan for that. So we didn't even notice. In our, excitement, we forgot all about those things. And even Ronald himself, I think he forgot there were the overhead wires. So instinctively he looked up. The mace was falling down, was very fast and erratically, not the way it should be. It should fall. So, but before we know it, but luckily before the mace touched the ground, Ronald Kwan scooped it, with his hand. He managed to catch it before it hit the ground. The man of the moment. He was the man of the moment. He scooped it, took it in his hand, and started swinging the mace and start marching again as though nothing has happened, So there was a thunderous applause. Everybody stood up, clap, clap, clap. Wow, that was some very dramatic, because we thought, the mace would hit the ground and all would be lost, Of course, we grab it up, but it would be a very bad moment for all of us, because it was the first time for us. We want to show an impression, right? Okay, so we scoop it as though nothing had happened, and they strut forward, march forward with a smile, Everybody clapped. We were so happy, and they all stood up and clapped. There was a thunderous applause, and we marched and we continued to finish half a round before we dispersed into the crowd. Before we were, we were so happy, we were so excited. And so as soon as we were, we went into the crowd, we disappeared into the crowd, we held each other, and then, went around. Our band major, who was very, very relieved, we were relieved that everything went so well. So we were very happy, and that was that, after the march. And so that's how the game started, and then the event started, and then we were already at the corner of the field. So I really relaxed, and then chit-chatting and talking about the march, how the march went on. And the officers came around. Charles Goss came, Ted Ho came. They say, the crowd was very happy. They thought, it was part of the act, They even then the thing was falling erratically. You managed to grab it. So they congratulated, patted Ronald Kwan on the shoulder. You know what happened? Charles Goss said, one of them in the crowd was so happy that he issued then and there, a check. Immediately he knew we needed money, we needed funds for the band. And he immediately issued, this is the check. He showed us the check, I don't know how much. Issued the check, for us to buy our instruments. Good job, we had done a great job. And he patted us all on the shoulder. So that was a great day. Was it a traumatic day? No, it was not traumatic. It was a very exciting day. And so this event should, I don't know, if it had not gone into the annals of the first TA company, 1958. This very spectacular incident. Well, I Facebook, yes, that day, I went, onto this Facebook of first TA company. I checked with them whether they had this historical record, So I also enclosed a photograph of, photograph here, of Ronald Kwan, Ronald leading the band. He was leading the band. All right. This is his picture. So I gave them this picture. I don't know whether they have put in the annals of the record. No. The first Telencen company, 1958. And even a group photograph of the officers I have over here. Yeah, okay. 1958. How it all started. The band, was donated by a very rich man, Wu Sek Hong. Even, when he died, we did him the honor, we headed his procession, his funeral. We march around town, slow march around town on his death, the late Wu Sek Hong. And on his death, is at the gravesite. I was one of the buglers. To blow the last post. There were four of us, four corner, to blow this last post, the last respect, to him, an honorable man, a very good man, philanthropist, who contributed a lot to the Boys Brigade. All right, Dato' Wu Sek Hong. Okay, that's his name. And thanks to, this is a good, memory for Ronald Kwan Siu Po. I wrote about him in the blog, and then I came upon it. So this is the first time I'm telling the story, So, a story about him. There was a very exciting event. I'm sure he remembers. Yeah, okay. All right, thanks for watching, fellas. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.